Today, almost every student has access to AI. They can open ChatGPT, Gemini, NotebookLM, or any other tool and ask a question. And within seconds, they get an answer. That sounds powerful. But here is the real question. Is getting an answer the same as learning? And can generic AI actually prepare a student for a high-stakes exam? Generic AI tools are useful. They can explain a topic, solve a question, summarize a chapter, generate practice problems. But most of them work in one simple way. The student asks, the AI answers. That means the learning depends on the student knowing what to ask. And that is the problem, because most students do not know what they do not know. A student may ask, explain quadratic equations, but the real gap may be factorization, or algebra, or graphs, or word problems, or speed, or accuracy, or retention. Generic AI answers the question, but it does not diagnose the hidden gap behind the question. Real teaching is not just answering. A real tutor does 4 things. First, they assess where the student stands. Second, they teach the right concept at the right level. Third, they monitor whether the student is actually improving. And fourth, they predict whether the student is ready for the exam. That is the difference between information and instruction, between AI assistance and academic intelligence. PrepGraph is built for this deeper layer. PrepGraph is not just another chatbot. PrepGraph is an academic intelligence platform. It does not wait for the student to ask. It starts with the student's goal. SAT 1530 plus, ACT 34 plus, JEE rank improvement, NEET, IAS readiness. Then it breaks that goal into subjects, topics, concepts, and subconcepts, and builds a learning graph. And every node has meaning. What is the concept? How hard is it? How important is it for this exam? And what should be learned next? This is where PrepGraph becomes different. It does not only say, here is the answer. It asks, has the student mastered this concept? What is their learning index? How far are they from the target? Which concept is blocking the score? Generic AI gives a response. PrepGraph builds a student model. PrepGraph assesses students through concept-level questions, not just to mark right or wrong, but to understand the depth of learning. If the student is weak, it slows down. If the student improves, it raises the difficulty. If a prerequisite is missing, it goes back and fixes the foundation. If the student is ready, it moves forward. That is how a real tutor behaves. And that is how PrepGraph is designed to teach. Now, the most important part. PrepGraph does not only track progress, it predicts readiness. From assessments, mastery, learning velocity, and the target date, it estimates where the student stands today. Current predicted score, target gap, critical weak concepts, estimated timeline, and whether the student is on track. This is what students, parents, schools, and coaching institutes actually need. Not more content. Direction. So here is the difference. Generic AI answers questions. PrepGraph builds exam readiness. Generic AI explains topics. PrepGraph maps concepts. Generic AI waits for prompts. PrepGraph leads the journey. Generic AI gives information. PrepGraph builds mastery. The future of education is not AI that helps students finish homework faster. The future is AI that helps students become truly capable. Because the goal is not to give students answers. The goal is to build students who can find the answer themselves. That is what PrepGraph is building, an academic intelligence platform for personalized learning, measurable progress, and exam readiness. PrepGraph, academic intelligence for personalized exam readiness. Assess, teach, track, predict.